just a
touched my
floor.
jeans and they were freezing. They shouldn't be freezing. They should be nice. They shouldn't be like everything should not be frozen when we come into the place.
It's not frozen. It's just nice.
If you want to be cold, go outside.
It just needs to be cold in here, though.
It does not. I don't even feel like arguing with you.
I'm not being Emma, though. I'm just like, I'm saying it just needs to be a little bit colder.
Just saying, we're not keeping our windows open. Try to be nice.
Alright, you own these two? Me and Max own these two.
No, because that still changes the temperature of air in the room. If you want to lay your naked body against a cold glass window to cool yourself up, then you can do that. If you want to take a cold shower,
I do that. I've done it before.
then you can do that. But our room will not be a popsicle stand. Will not be an indoor freezer. No one needs to come into our room and say, why is this room so much colder than everyone else?
That's game. I love that. That's just like, that's what our room is known as. It's known, especially when we have like 8 guys in here. It just gets so hot.
If 8 people are in here and it's really hot, this is cold. You leave the windows open with a freaking fan in it when no one's here. I come back to a refrigerated room and freeze. It's not even funny or cool.
I've done it once in like a month, alright?
Every time I leave for like a few hour period, I come back to find our windows open and it's freezing again. Especially right after I talk to you about them saying not to have windows open.
Because we turn the heat off.
Yeah, I'll crank the freaking heat back up if you want.
Don't crank the MM heat, please.
Keep the heat off.
I just don't want you to be MM, Will.
I don't want to be freezing.
I was hoping we'd get a roommate who would enjoy nice, cold goodness.
I don't want it to be around 40 degrees in our room.
It's like 60 normally.
When it's 60 outside, you can have the windows open.
It's really MM.
Do you realize we just came from a summer that was like 100 degrees?
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, and so our body temperature doesn't need to adjust that quickly to go down to where every day I have to sit in a 50-degree room. I try to compromise sometimes by leaving the windows cracked, but then I come back to find all of them wide open. And
They're never all open, Will. It's always just
you guys had my
one.
last night open. I said never to open that one.
Alright, well mine, you need to give me the right on mine, Will.
No, because
The one
your windows
It's like 2 feet
affect
away from my
every
face.
person. The air does not absorb into your face. If you want to keep it cracked enough where you can stick your face in the window and plug up the other section, then you can have that section cracked.
It's not even like 10 degrees though, Will. It's like 50. It feels fine outside. It's good window weather.
You said the average indoor temperature is like 68 to 75 degrees, which is normal.
Yeah, in the winter. It's not even the winter. It's October.
You know why it's that temperature? It's because it's a neutral temperature that people put it at. You never have to feel anything at 72.
It's
so
a rough.
72
It's a rough temperature.
all year round. It is literally cold.
It's not.
Just because you and Max come from, I guess, a poor house that can't afford the freaking heat, and you like
No,
us freezing.
we like to be classic.
That's
Max
not
did-
even classic.
Max had heat. He didn't have heat in his older section of the house.
Oh, if he's into that stuff, cool. Go camping outside. I will personally buy you 2 a tent. You can stay out in the back the whole winter long if you want.
Well, we'll have to trade you with
No one else in
somebody
this dorm wants it
classic.
cold. They come in here, get uncomfortable, and leave back to their warm rooms.
Oh, their rooms are too warm though. Have you felt Nick's room? It's like 80 in there. It's rough. I feel like I'm gonna die in there. He's a second year B. He's on the basketball team.
No.
It's extremely rough. See, well, I'm in my underwear right now, and I just feel great.
Oh, good. Stay like this.
I mean, it's even like it's still on the warmer side.
No, it's not. You said feels great. Great means perfect temperature.
All right. Well, I was mistaken.
Well,
If
sorry that you.
it can always be colder. That's what I need to say.
Well, it will not be getting cold.
Like I'm like sweating a little bit right now.
You're not sweating. That means you need to start eating less. I've had this room open for like a good hour.
Yeah, that was
Still
so
hasn't even
rough.
neutralized with the rest of the dorm.
That's it shouldn't neutralize it. It needs to be colder in this room though.
It does not.
Even if it's not by much, it still needs to be.
No.
Don't you just wish it?
Make me have to talk to people. I would like to have this. I do not like to be freezing in my room all day long.
Don't you wish it was just like the first week though, where it was just like
No.
15
I like it being
degrees colder?
neutral, where you can be in shorts and t-shirts.
That's rough. Is what that is. I wouldn't really say it's
I
neutral.
don't have time to deal with you right now. I wish that we could come upon a reasonable compromise for ourselves. If not,
I think the compromise is this is my window. All the others are everyone else's. All the others are yours.
no, because every time your window's open, the whole
2, 4,
room
6.
drops temperature.
I get 1, you get 7. That's a good ratio. 2, 4, 6, 7.
How far are you opening it?
I mean, I'm not gonna have it open a ton, and I just want it cracked when I go to
came in
sleep.
Earlier this morning, find this window fully open, that window fully open, the top one fully open, that one open.
You weren't in here last night, so
So
you
I
should.
don't need our room to be freezing the second I leave the room.
Me and Max.
Just because I leave the room doesn't mean it needs to become a fridge again.
Since you weren't here last night, me and Max wanted it to be nice and cool. So that's why we cranked up the windows. And then once you came back, we let it back down for you.
No, I closed all the
Okay.
things.
Well, I haven't been in here yet.
I know, so that's why it's slightly warm, but it's still freezing from last night leaving the windows open.
Last night was unreal.
Yeah, probably because you passed out from freezing. That's probably why you sleep so hardcore, because your body goes to sleep trying to save its inside temperature.
Well, I'm gonna buy you a blanket from AliExpress.
I told them, you do that and you keep the windows open, I'm gonna freaking buy a box heater, roast this room up to 80 while you guys are gone. So when you come back, it's the worst room with sweat box you can live in.
Well, you ever heard of the phrase, you can always put stuff on, we can never take stuff off?
I don't need to be in layers inside. Inside is designed for you to be able to live comfortably. Otherwise, we'd still live in tents outside.
I mean, that's unreal.